Fearless Pioneer.
Yo, what is going on, guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise of War video. Today, guys, we're going over Faramir and why I think he's one of the best commanders, not only just for tier 1, but actual best commanders to be using in Tactics Evolved, guys. He is absolutely amazing. Now, if you're in the predicament of me, where it's my first season ever playing as Arnor, he's going to be crazy, but he will work really good in any faction, pretty much. But yeah, Arnor, he's super strong, as well as like Gondor with Swan Knights and stuff like that. So let's get into it, shall we? So yeah, if we go to my Faramir here, I currently have him at level 47. Some of the reports you'll see later on will be level 45 and that. PvP is kind of quieted down a little bit at the moment, so it's hard to find some new battles, but hopefully we can find some new ones soon. So yeah, I have him at a very respectable R16 at the moment, guys. As you can see, his stats are very nice with minus 337 and 309 at a tier 1. And 220 speed is also very nice as well. Now, as for gear, I am using the Axe of Khazad-dûm because it gives a really good might buff. Now, Cleave would be amazing here when we have a look at his skill tree in a minute, because we're going to be using a lot of commander skills. But I don't have Cleave at the moment, but as soon as I do, I will be switching that. But the Panic can be nice as well, because it does give you a little chance to inflict madness as well. The big one, if you want to be using him, I recommend having him R10 and getting the Ranger's Cape. I worked over the whole season to get this, well, last season, sorry, to unlock this, and it's absolutely amazing. I've got it full max refined in it now. As you can see, it does give buffs of unit defense to men. That's why I use all manish units on him. But yeah, the skill of Athelian Ambush is just crazy. The first 2 rounds, Faramir and allied range units, because you're going to be running a full ranged build on him, they do gain initiative and damage is increased by 60%. So yeah, this is all the difference makers. Then I like to use the Horseman's Helm. Not just because of the little buffs from commander speed and might and stuff like that, but it does give the resolve skill effect, which is going to basically give your allied units madness immunity for the first 3 rounds, which is going to be really good because that does stack with his stun immunity and that we're talking about in a minute. And then the last one I like to run is the Wizard's Fireworks. Not only for that nice little attack buff there of +3 for range, but of course Hunter's Mark, because we all know everyone runs a Gil-galad these days, and that pursuit is going to help a lot, in which you'll see me battling some insanely strong Gil-galad a bit later on in this video. Like, I mean really strong, and we actually pretty much nearly win it, and I was even under-leveled, and you wait until you see the results speak for themselves, guys, against this amazing Gil-galad, pure all gold and everything you will see. Yeah, now let's have a look at his skills. So this is the way everyone should be running him. So I basically, at first off in the early game, you want to be using his rush skills, like Rangers of Athelian, and as well as the skill Rush, because these attacks are going to hit first, and they're going to help you do early damage. So yeah, these are very nice. As you can see as well, this will help gain initiative as well, but if you got that cape, it's not going to really matter there, but doing a lot of physical damage. So this is where Cleave would come into effect really nicely. If you do want to use a different thing instead of Axe of Khazad-dûm, you could use the Mirkwood Bow with Pierce, would also be another really good option. So yeah, I like to put my points into these skills, and then you got flanking, so if you're a lower respect, but like I said, you want to be trying to get respect 10 and his cloak for higher in these seasons as well. Guide is also amazing, guys, because as you can see, all allied units get a physical damage plus of 45%, but also the max level effect of while damage is increased, the army gains stun immunity. So basically, you're going to have stun and madness immunity for the first 2 rounds. You basically got some Agius there already. Escort is good because it does give a little bit of healing, which you will see in some of these reports. I'll be doing anywhere up from like 15 to 30,000 healing, which doesn't sound a lot, but overall, in all the battles, it does add up very nicely. Now, you do have this skill here, Foresight, so if you did not have a pursuit item, you can put skill points into Foresight, and that's going to help you against those Gil-galads and such. But yeah, I don't need it. I like running the gear because it not only helps buff and that easy, it gives me 7 extra skill points to use, in which I like to spread it out through hair here, which is going to increase your defense, and it stacks each round. But you could fully max this one out for a little bit of extra focus, but I like to evenly put points into Gallant, which is going to increase the commander's might and speed, and then also buff Nobility, which is going to increase men damage. This is why I use an... Noting as well, I did come up with a different build as well after talking to some people as well, so you might not see this build in a couple of most of the events, or the battles I should say, but I did eventually take out the points out of Gallant and put more in so we could get more points into Nobility, because we are using more manish units. So yeah, we did definitely go that way to get the more damage, and overall it's really good, and I'm currently almost got him up to level 48 now. All manish unit build. Now as for his troop combination, I could show you at the moment. We're currently seeing up here at Dale, going to be going for Erebor and the Arkenstone soon, I believe. So if I show you, this is the troop combination that I'm running with him. So of course with Tactics Evolve, we are using elite units, so I can go over their skills and everything. So I had the Woses here that are doing amazing. I was using a lot more Woses, but now I go with more of an even approach. So I'm using about 2,500 of these, but you will see me use anywhere from like 3 to 3,500 of these in other battles. They're really good with the dual blows. Like these guys, it's finally something on the good side, which can help match against those Morgul Blasts or Bleast or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, it's really helpful there, guys, with the follow-up as well. They do have their own initiative as well, and poison damage. So imagine like if you get these guys hit the poison damage, their normal damage, and follow-up, it can be really crazy, as well as cleave as well if you've got it. And then I like to use the sharpshooters with the elite skill shooting mastery. This is going to increase the damage tenfold. And then I'm using the Rangers of the North. Now if you're with Gondor or something, I will be putting Swan Knights here. Otherwise Sentinels would be a good pick as well. But basically I've got these guys all maxed out. But of course these guys with Protector of the North, they're basically going to be tanking all the damage early, and with good 64 defense and really good HP levels, that's really good. That's going to be very nice, and they're going to tank a lot of the damage early, and I run about 1,250 of those. So yeah, let's go have a look at some battle reports, guys. They're a little bit older, around about level 45 and that, but yeah, you'll see how good Faramir actually is. Now, as you can see, guys, we came up against this CELEBORN at the same level, which had a very unusual build. He was using 3,400 of the March Wardens, and then the 100 of each of these guys. At this point, you can see all of my skill levels on that, so I was pretty highly skilled in here, but of course, with my gear, I definitely had way better gear than he did. His gear is not the worst, like it's the correct gear, but it's just not fully strengthened and refined. But yeah, otherwise with point wise and respect level, yeah, that's quite a high respect level actually, level 45, 15, 15, 15. Yeah, that's looking pretty good there. But as you can see, we did fantastically here. With no dunes or nothing. The big thing with Faramir, which you would have probably already heard me talk about already, is the Woses. They're just absolutely crazy, guys. Not only with that initiative, which they have on them, also with dual blows each round and 90% chance of getting follow-up is just absolute crazy, as well as all of these skills that we went over before. So we got a really good result in this battle. We have another interesting report here where we went up against a level 48 THEODEN. So we're out leveled by 3 levels. His gear is quite nice. This is a really nice THEODEN in my opinion. He's also got quite a very decent respect level as well. Obviously at least respect 10 with the sword. So yeah, I think anywhere between maybe respect 10 to 12 there. Has a very good troop combination. As we can see, he's using Catters. 888, that's not too bad. All of them are elite. He had the Ram Riders, which didn't have an elite skill on yet. So that was quite interesting, but HP 106, that's really good. and he was using a lot of Cavaliers that were completely maxed out, which do a lot of damage with THEODEN. But you can see, for the level difference, this is was quite a really nice result, really. I out-damaged him with 288,000 to his 232,000, and I did 25,000, he did 38,000 healing. So yeah, it was a really good solid battle here, especially for THEODEN being very strong at the respect level that he is. But yeah, my Faramir was doing extremely well at this level, being 3 levels down on this Anubis's level 48 THEODEN. So that's a really good battle there. If we have a look at the breakdowns, you can see that my Woses were the ones that definitely survived the longest. Just because, of course, these guys are going to die first because they tank all the damage. And the sharpshooters don't have as good as defense. But as you can see, the breakdown is pretty good. He was using a lot of Cavaliers. We did most of the damage there. But I don't think he was full as well. He was kind of full, but just a little bit under. Like he had 384,000, so maybe he could have had like 400k maybe. If this was like 800 and 1,000 or something, he would have been completely full. But all in all, that's still a really great result for Faramir, guys. So yeah, if you're ever playing, I recommend like Gondor or definitely Arnor, guys. Arnor's tier 4 is amazing. Like the ability to protect other ranged units, these guys are really going to help you a lot. So if you're in the predicament of Arnor and you've just got a Faramir been sitting there and you're looking around about anywhere from like R5 up to like R15, start using him, guys. But yeah, of course we know that you want the Ranger's Cape. This makes all the difference. It's so OP, which you probably heard me talking about at the start of the video. But yeah, first 2 rounds, Faramir and allied rain units gain initiative and damage for 60%. It's just so OP, guys, and that's what you want to be doing. And yeah, you always want to be running this pursuit, guys, because if you bump into a Gilgalad, this is going to help you an absolute ton. And speaking of Gilgalad, guys, we're going to show you a battle. I wasn't 100% full strength. Like these should have been like at 1,000, so I was a little bit down. And my troop combination was a little bit different than I was using before because I just gone back a little bit. But you can see we went up against this amazing, and I'm talking like this is a really good 47 Gilgalad. You can see the gear for yourselves. You have the Elven White Knife, you have Mithril Coat with tactical maneuvers, which is really good for damage reduction. He had Aegis as well, and the Carved Dragon Tooth. Yeah, the gear speaks for itself. Amazingly good leveled gear here. As you can see, like we have elite level here on the Heralds, which are really good with Protracted War. We then had the Bow Knights, which have Lethal Strike that stop healing. And then we had the Sentinels, which had Dispersion. So yeah, this was a very strong guild. So the results speak for themselves. So as you can see, I did 242,000, he did 250, but with my healing, it makes it about an absolute even battle. Remember, I was out-leveled by a couple of levels as well, and I wasn't 100% full with my troops, but we did amazingly well there, guys. To be honest, we did have dual blows, which definitely would have helped there as well, but for someone against Gilgalad, guys, this is a really good combination. And if you look at the troops, actually killed more troops than he had. So basically, than I had, sorry. So basically, yeah, I won when it comes to the amount of troop losses and that. And it was, yeah, pretty even though. But yeah, a very good battle there, nonetheless. And we're going to show you this last battle here, guys. It was versus an ISILDUR, who actually had Dunes as well. They were not, he didn't have any of the elite skills on him at the time being, but we all know Dunes are very good against ranged, and we're all ranged there. And as you can see, he was using a good troop combination. Gear, very nice as well. Doesn't have Frenzy there, which is good, but yeah, has Hunter's Mark, the same kind of thing that I use, and he's also doing Madness. And he has all the correct setup. Trust me, I know. I'm an ISILDUR master. I know what's going on with ISILDUR. He's got everything set up quite nicely. But as you can see, we won this battle. Very nice. He did have one little level on us, but you can see we did the 258 full damage that's knocked him out. In turn, we did take 231,000 with 20,000 healing, so we took 210,000. But overall, that is a really good battle there. The Woses definitely helping. I think this was a really good troop combination mix at the time of 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000. I'm always using all manish units just because it stacks really good with the gear that I have. Because we have anti-stun and madness, and it helps buff his gear. Like, for example, this horseman's helm. As you can see, that's for mounted units and stuff like that. But a lot of this his gear helps buff range attack as well, which is really good. But with this panic, like, this has the chance to inflict madness as well. Cleave would be a lot better on there. I just don't have one at the moment. But yeah, overall, you can see he is performing amazingly well this season, guys. Righto, guys, so I'm going to wrap up the video there. And until next time, peace out, EJ's out. And I'll catch you guys later. See yas.
Thousands of the EJU.